But this test has identified perfectionist as your behavioral trait. Your emotions displays competence, is restrained and cautious. So you're the type of person that is pretty cautious. You have a restrained type personality. You sit back and watch things very carefully, and you're extremely cautious in life and in movements you make through life. Your goal in life is stability. You want predictable accomplishments. You want things that you know in front of you that are predictable to you, that you know that, hey, if I start this, I can accomplish this, and I can accomplish the way I believe it should be done. And you have a tendency to judge others by their precise standards also. How precise are their standards? And you tend to influence or want to influence others by your attention to detail and accuracy. So if you can show them how detailed you are, how accurate you are, you believe that they need to be able to live up to precise standards also. And that can be an issue and something that you might want to think about as to how you behave around other people and expecting them to live up to your standards, because most people don't, especially if they don't have this perfectionist theme like you do, or this perfectionist behavioral trait. But you're very valuable to an organization. Your value to organization is conscientiousness. You're very conscientious. You maintain standards. You control quality. So in a work environment, if you're doing the right kind of tasks, you can be extremely valuable to a company in those areas. But you may have a tendency to overuse your procedures and fail-safe controls. Remember that other people have ability to be able to work a little bit outside of those fail-safe procedures, a little bit outside of those controls, and get things done where it might take you a long time to do it. So take a look at how they do things and why they do them the way they do. You might have an overdependence on other people, on products and procedures that have worked in the past. So you might be looking at things and say, well, this worked in the past, why can't we keep doing it that way? Well, because things change, because life moves on. The only thing that makes things move forward is change. And that's one thing that you're a little bit controlling when it comes to change. You don't want things to change, and because it isn't as predictable that way. But remember that without change, things will not move forward, and the world moves forward if it doesn't move forward. If you don't move forward, you tend to recoil, tend to die, tend to atrophy, and you don't want that to happen. So make sure that you have that you can take a look at new things and move forward with them. Under pressure, you might become tactful and diplomatic, and that's okay. It's a way that you use to help you get you through these pressurized situations. And in those situations, you'll fear antagonism. You'll be fear of being antagonized. But remember that there's that fear just means that there's something that you're putting in front of your eventual goal that's bigger than what you should. You'd increase your effectiveness more with role flexibility if you allow yourself to be more flexible in how you do things. And also in interdependence and independence. So you become more effective. You become a little bit more independent and not rely so much on the other things as well as on the procedures and processes. And also you'd be much more effective if you'd have a little bit more self-worth. And we're going to talk in a minute about how to become how to build your own self-worth. So you are a systematic, precise thinker. You're a worker who follows procedure in both your personal and in your work life. You're extremely conscientious. You're diligent in your work, and especially when it requires attention to detail and accuracy. You're very good at that stuff. You're most comfortable in a clearly defined work environment where you can see exactly what's going to happen, where it's predictable. You know that this task requires you to do these 10 things, and when you get that done, it's going to work really well. You want specifics on your work expectations, time requirements, and evaluation procedures. But remember, not everybody's like that. And in an environment where you're getting most of what you need as a perfectionist, remember that you can lean on other people to give you information and help you walk you through situations where you might not be as comfortable. You will take risks when you have the facts and can interpret them and understand how to draw your own conclusions. So it isn't that you won't take risks. It's just you have to be well defined to you. You have to understand exactly how you're going to make it from one point to another. You're very conscientious, have attention to standards and quality, and you're very valuable to the organization because of that. You may define your self-worth too much by what you do and not enough by who you are. So remember that in life, we're not defined by what it is we do. Our identity is not wrapped up in what it is we do. It is wrapped up in who we are. It is what comes out of us that makes us special. It's who we are, not what we do, not the things that we accomplish, but it is who we are. And you might tend to react to personal compliments by thinking, what does this person want out of me? And avoid doing that. People will compliment you because you're good. You're going to be, perfectionists are good at what they do, and you need to be able to take praise and take it with a sense of humility, but also with a sense of pride, knowing that, hey, you have done something well. By accepting sincere compliments, perfectionists can increase their self-confidence. So you can increase your self-confidence by accepting these compliments. So this is your behavior trait.